Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to try to get this video recorded and get it done before things kicked in. I don't want to keep saying how busy I am because I know people get annoyed with it, and I read in a book recently that you shouldn't keep saying how busy you are. But anyway, I wanted to pop on here and say hello to everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I still can't believe that 2026 will be starting this week. It's incredible how fast time is going. In my office, I always walk after we have to go through security, and I looked at the security guard recently and I said, I feel like I never leave here. It's just crazy how time is just going. So maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments, but it's incredible. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, this year is already over. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around things I want to do for the upcoming year. Still trying to come up with plans for the upcoming year. It's just going by too fast. Right now, Lauren's home for the Christmas break, and we are so happy to have her home. Rick and I, there's just a lot going on. So, I'm trying to learn to take my life in sections. And of course, I'm going to dive into the book, the Alexandra Stoddard book. I'm sorry, Stoddard's book. It's been a rough couple of days after hosting and everything, and then I didn't sleep well last night, so that's another thing. So forgive me if my words are just kind of jumbled. But we're going to dive into this here in a second. But I'm trying to divide my life into sections and trying to look at things, 1 week at a time or 2 weeks at a time, because I am a person who will look at everything as a whole and just get overwhelmed and get stressed easily. So I'm trying to learn how to navigate that properly and to not get into fight or flight so easily, because that is an issue that I've been fighting for years. So trying to learn to do that. Today I'm actually filming in my sitting room. As you all know, this is my new chinoiserie cabinet that I found on Facebook Marketplace. I love this so much. I wanted to get a video filmed here before we moved it to my office. So the goal is to move this to my new downtown office actually in January. So in a couple of weeks, we're going to be having an office move, and I really want this piece there. I've already gone, measured my new space. It looks like it's going to fit. I have a vision for my office, but we'll see. So this piece will go. This is something that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. It's 40 years old. I got it from a wonderful woman. We sat and chatted up after I purchased it. I got it for a steal, honestly, $300, which these things are going for, the cheapest I could find was $1,200. And of course I didn't want to pay that, but I was getting my mind ready to pay that. But then one of the interior designers I'm good friends with, he sent me the link and I was able to purchase it. So far, the plan is to move this to my office downtown. If not, it will stay here. I can tell you now that I'm already on the hunt for a second one because I just love this piece here so much, and I'm going to miss it being here. So this will go. I got a new Mrs. Alice Vase or Vase. I got the green one. You all know I have the pink one. So the green one will be going to my new office downtown. So that's the decor inspiration. I've got, pieces that will be staying in that office as well. So of course I'll shoot a couple of pictures. I won't do my whole office because I do need to maintain my work privacy. But of course, if this fits it and the vision comes to life, I will share it. Of course I will. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also terrified because we have to get it on the truck. The good thing is it's in 2 pieces, so that'll be an easier move. But just getting it there and getting all my stuff moved, you realize how much crap you have when you move. And I have lots of ginger jars and lots of things in my office. I'm also going through a declutter in my life. So lots of things are starting to go, and I'm learning that in order to receive beautiful things, you need to get rid of some things. So I'm in that pocket of life too. So My word for 2026 will be curate. If you follow me on the blog, then you will know that in one of my blog posts, I talked about how I wanted to be a better life curator. And what I mean by that is that I want to do a better job at curating my life as a whole. And that means every aspect, I want to do a better job of curating my life, bringing in beautiful things, things that I need. Also being a better curator of my mind and my thoughts. I'm starting to pay attention as to what thoughts are coming in my mind and why I'm allowing certain things to come into my mind. So I'm also working on that too. Also being a better curator includes building my life team. I shared that on my blog as well, how I want to make sure I have my primary care doctor, I've got my OB, so far I think I might have a dermatologist. The place where I got my first facial, this woman did like a whole scan, and so I think I'm trying to pull her in to be sort of like a dermatologist. I got the woman who does my nails, I got someone who does my pedicures. I also want to get someone who can help me with makeup, so I'm still exploring that. Let's see, I have a business mentor now who I meet with every couple of months to discuss strategies and help me with my business goals. So I'm working on that too. As some of you know, I shared in my newsletter. If you read it, some of the newsletters are going into spam, so you guys really got to look at those and pull those out and mark it not as spam, because I'm starting to see in my analytics that some of the letters are going to spam. So if you want to keep up on things, then go ahead. If not, unsubscribe. You know, life is life, and that's just that. But in my recent December newsletter, I talk about how I'm a little burnt out with, I think I'm just burnt out with social media. It's a lot. And every couple of months when I meet with my business mentor, she tells me how they're getting rid of hashtags. They're only pushing stories or social media that you do storytelling. It seems like every couple of months there's some nonsense coming from what Instagram wants to push or TikTok. It's just nonsense to me. And some days I'm just like, why am I doing this? I don't know. I mean, I enjoy what I do. And of course, you know, the goal would be to, you know, have my own brand and have my own business. But sometimes it's kind of like, I don't know. So I'm also digging deep on that and making sure that my motives are still right. I'm also trying to make sure that I stay true to who I am and what I represent, which is an elegant lifestyle. I'm not some trendy person. I never have been. I never will be. That I'm just going to be me. And that's what I think I need to stick to. So we'll see. I don't know. There could be one day where you look up and I'm not blogging anymore, or, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm trying to leave the doors open to that and continue to meet with my business mentor. And, you know, we'll go from there. So, you know, she is the greatest and I love her to death. I'm also dealing with website maintenance issues. You know, I'm having issues with Google not indexing my website, and I am not tech savvy, and it's expensive. It's a huge monthly expense having someone keep tabs on your website. So I'm trying to locate someone who can help me with that, who's not. Right now, I just want someone that I can go to, have them fix the issues, pay them for that, and then be on my way. That's what I want. There are a lot of these companies who want to just keep doing monthly things, and it's like, I don't want that right now. I just want someone who can fix the issues, I can pay you for it, and move on with my life, and then come back to you if there are more issues. So, you know, so I'm sorry if I sound like I'm rambling, but that's just where I am. So yeah, there's just been little things going on. Also, Rick and I are going to be grandparents here soon. So we've got a baby shower coming up in less than 2 weeks. The oldest boy and his wife are expecting their first child. So we are going to be having a granddaughter in February. Oh my gosh. It's a little scary, but it's exciting. I'm also thinking, you know, I'm only 43. I don't want to hear grandma right now. So that's not going to be my name. It's not going to be my name right now. I've had a few people tell me that I look like a Mimi or Gigi. I like Gigi better than Mimi. You guys let me know in the comments. I don't know if I'm a Mimi. I don't know if that's me. I like Gigi. I kind of like that. So I also like the name Dottie. I kind of want the grandkids to call me Dottie. I love that name. My family hates it, but I love it. I think I look more like a Dottie than I do a Gigi. So let me know. You guys do a vote. Help me out here. Agree with me. Help me convince my family that I should be a Dottie. So we'll see. I'm also thinking, I've got a lot of work things coming up. So far I've got some work trips scheduled, but we'll see how that goes. Personal life, for travel, I really want to go to New York. I really want to go to New York this summer. And I want to do some fun things. We've been to New York, I think 4 times. And I don't want to do any touristy stuff. I'm over it. I don't want to do it. I want to go to the Met Gala and see the painting called Belizaire. And I'll link that video below. It's a painting that I'm just fascinated with, and I would love to see it in person. It's at the Met, I believe, in New York. I'd love to see that. I also want to go have tea at the Hotel Lowell. I'm sure I'm butchering that. I will link that below. But I want to go have a Christian Dior Lily of the Valley tea. I think that'd be great. I really want to go back to the Ralph Lauren store. I love that. It's absolutely beautiful and elegant. I really want to go vintage jewelry shopping. I want to find some great consignment stores. I want to go find some quality pieces for my wardrobe. That's what I want to do in New York. I'd love to go to Broadway, but there's nothing on Broadway I really want to see. The only thing I really want to see is Lion King. But other than that, no, not much. Trying to think what else I want to do in New York, but so far that's the whole picture. So yeah, that's kind of where I am in life right now. Trying to be a better curator, pay attention to my thoughts. Also, I'm still on my health kick. This perimenopause is kicking my butt. Just last night I felt like I was an oven. I was up at 3:30 and I only went back to sleep for maybe an hour, so I'm a little tired. The good thing is right now is I'm not gaining any weight. I've not gained weight in months, which I'm really happy. So I'm thinking, okay, let's try to tiptoe back to where we were. Oh my gosh. Because I lost like 20 pounds during COVID, and I swear every bit of it came back within a year or two. Every bit of it came back, and it's the most frustrating thing. I try to continue with the intermittent fasting, not working. So right now, what I'm learning about my body, I'm starting to pay attention to when I'm hungry. And what I'm seeing is I'm still sucking at, oh, you got to eat 3 meals a day. And I'm thinking, do I really? Because sometimes I'm not hungry. And what I'm also learning is that my metabolism is starting to slow down. I'm not burning food as fast as I used to, even though I'm only 43, but I'm not burning my food that fast. So I'm starting to pull things in. And I'm trying to pay attention and eat a little less. And since I've been doing that the last couple of, about a month now, I'm starting to see, okay, I'm not burning, okay, I need to pull my food in. I'm not eating as much. I'm not burning it off as fast. Even though I do my morning walks, I do weightlifting, I have a kettlebell class, I go to Pilates, I'm still not burning it off as fast. So just these different life experiments and observations. A lot of life observations are what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm still on Facebook Marketplace like crazy looking for pieces. But sorry this is so chatty, but it's been a long time since I've been on YouTube. So 2026 is about to begin. I know we all have our planners. I am still going to be using the Day Designer. I love it. I love the format. It works for me in my life. But I did pick up this planner from Jamie Beck. So this is her year in a life planner that I saw on Instagram. I also subscribe to her newsletter. This is gorgeous. And I have the matching pins as well. So I'm going to be using this planner as like a side planner for monthly goals. And this is beautiful. So here's the inside. It has all of her beautiful photography, and I'm sure a lot of you follow Jamie if you follow me, because we all have, you know, similar aesthetics. So in here it has the affirmations page, a bucket list, which I'll let you see it there, but I don't really want to share my bucket list with everyone. So yeah, there's an affirmations page, there's self goals, action, and next steps. So I'm going to be filling this out here in the next week since the year is starting. So there are some reflections from the previous year and new things to try this year page. This is really detailed. And then there's a bad habits in here and rewards for things. So it's absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is nice. 30 whole foods per week. She provides a list for that. This is a great planner, especially for those of us in the older pocket of life. Continue education, books to read this year. So this is put together very well. And then you get into the month. So here she has, for each month, there is the goals and intentions for the month. I really like that. And then inside you have the calendar, and then there's notes and lists after that. And let's see. Yeah, so after that there's a bunch of pages for each month that has notes and lists. So it's a great book, great journal, and I love how it looks like a book you can just put on your shelf. Oh gosh, the photography. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. And there's stickers that I think are Jamie's artwork as well. So this will be starting me off for the year of 2026. So I will have this as my personal goals planner, and then we will have the day designer, which right now I have a blue and white day designer that I'm using. I'm sorry, it is so dark right now. We have dreary weather. It's cloudy, it's rainy. It's going to be dropping. Like yesterday, like this weekend, it was 60 degrees, and tomorrow's going to be a high of 24. Indiana for you. So anyway, yeah, there's also ribbons for like bookmarks. So this is my plan for 2026 to help me to curate a better life. So looking forward to using that. I'm not sure what I pulled out of here. Oh, so I follow Jamie's newsletter, and she shares affirmations and gives you ideas of how she fills out her planner. All right, so now let's get into living beautifully together. This, I keep forgetting, so I haven't really looked at this book in over a month because I've been trying to finish my Evergreen book with Lydia Millen. And so I finished that. So I picked this up last night just to review and get ready for the video. And I forgot how really good this book is. It's so wonderful. So in here in the first chapter, I think I shared this a couple of months ago in my other book, it talked about nourishing yourself. And so I'm really starting to explore that in my life, and because I've never really paid attention to how I can nourish myself. It was always the kids, the job, and I think for most mothers that's just a part of our lives. So I'm stepping into this self-care space and environment in my life where I'm looking at ways to do self-care and work on my mental health and my emotions and where I am. So this book has really helped me to embrace that because I've had a hard time with that. I'm trying to remember where I left off when I think I just talked about, I think I just read the first section of the book. So here, nurture yourself each day so that you will naturally respond to other people's needs and losses in a helpful way. One way I nurture myself is by writing in my journal every day, and I still journal. I've been journaling for over 15 years. I love to come home from work, take a long bubble bath before I do anything domestic or constructive. I think we all wish we could do that. My mood immediately elevates, and once I've pampered myself and had time alone, then I'm ready to enjoy whatever the evening activities may be. So maybe for 2026, maybe some of us need to take in that tip. We come home from work, don't dive into domestic duties. Take a moment to breathe if you can. Maybe hide in your bathroom. Hide in your cupboard. Hide in your closet. Take a moment to breathe. Think about your day. Light a quick candle if you can. And just have a moment before you start anything. I think small things like that can help with nourishing yourself. So, what do I do when I come home? Oh gosh, I'm in the bad habit of coming home, and then sometimes I go right to my office and I start looking at blog stuff, and then I start dinner. I really don't take a moment to myself until when I'm getting ready for bed, because right now that is the best time for me, because Lauren's on campus and I can go to my bathroom, do my my cleaning routine, which is wash my face, brush my teeth, floss, put on my creams. One thing I am enjoying is a Caudalie spray. I'm going to share that. I don't know if any of you have heard of Caudalie. That is the best facial spray on the planet to me. So sometimes I take that spray and I put it over and breathe it in, and I just love it. And actually I did it a couple of nights ago, and my husband goes, "Really?" He heard me sigh. So I love this facial spray. So that's my moment. If I get in bed early enough, then I light a candle, I'll grab a book, I'll sit there, I'll have Homeworthy playing on my TV, and that's my moment. Because I really, for me, because I get off work around 5:30, I'm already cutting it close getting home, trying to start dinner. So having that time before I go to bed has become very important to me. So let's see what else. I have a lot of paragraphs and sentences in here that are highlighted. The key is to nurture your own soul so you avoid any degree of self-pity, no matter how great your own problems may be. Living beautifully with ourselves and others requires gaining control and power over the things we can change, and maximizing the positive things, appreciating without guilt all the good, and minimizing the negatives. I love that, living beautifully. I did say this to my husband recently. I said, I am trying to live well and then live beautifully. So for me, living well means purging, because I'm really trying to work on my home life right now. Purging, cleaning things, getting repairs done, stop letting things sit for years and living with just disarray for years. I know you probably think your house is in a disarray. Well, we need our carpets replaced upstairs. And they have this horrible sour smell because they still smell like our 2 dogs that have been gone for, 3 years now. So the carpets need to be replaced. Oh my gosh, my closet is a wreck right now. So I'll tell this story real quick. Some of you know that I had California Closets come in July and do an estimate for a closet organization system. The price was a little bit much, and I just didn't want to pay, because I'm thinking, I don't want to pay that when I need new carpet. So I'd rather get new carpet instead of paying the $5,000 plus bill on that. So I decided to order these organizers from Amazon. They were great. They had great reviews. My husband took all the racks out of my closet, painted. I have a new paint color upstairs. I'll try to insert a video. It's called Calm from Benjamin Moore. I love it. And he, 2 days ago, started to put the racks together. So he's putting the racks together, and we realized that it just doesn't look that great. And I just kept pushing, thinking, no, I need to just accept this because I don't want to spend a fortune on a closet organization system. And then I just stood there and looked at it, and I said, I can't do this. I can't accept this for what it is. So I think we're going to, this week, have the closet, reach out to the company. There's another company that my husband actually knows the owners, and they're called Meridian Closets, and they gave me another estimate, and it turned out to be, oh my gosh, like almost $3,000 cheaper. So I think we're going to go ahead and have them do my closet installation, because it's a part of living well. It's just, I'm learning that. And then I'm also still in this way of shopping. And I did so well this year for 2025. If I looked at something, if it wasn't a hard yes, then it was a hard no, and I didn't buy it. There are two things that come to mind that I made poor purchasing choices on. And there is this picnic basket bag that I purchased that I'm just like, shouldn't have bought that. And there was something else that I bought. So there's only 2 or 3 things I think I bought for the whole year that should have been hard no's. But other than that, I'm thinking I'm doing pretty well. So, that's where I am with trying to live well. Giving you all a quick update on my closet. The key is to understand that when you love your life, and your work, you radiate this enthusiasm to others. So, and I think that's so true. Women have a harder time nurturing themselves because culturally we have been taught to serve others. And that's true as well, and it's still going on. Even myself, like I said, I have a hard time with the nourishing myself aspect, but we're going to get better with that. It is not gracious to remind people how busy you are because it comes off as self-important. So I highlighted this in the book because I thought, oh gosh, I'm always mentioning that in my blog. I'm just like, it's so true, but maybe we need to put an end to that. If you find yourself feeling guilty because of the way you have neglected others, think about the way you've treated yourself. Rate each day from 1 to 10 on how well you are nurturing your own spirit. Do you see a parallel with the way you treat others? I always see a direct link in my own life. I think that's important too, because if you're treating people badly, that is to me a sign that there's something going on internally. And I learned that through therapy, because I've been in therapy officially a year this past April, and it has been wonderful. I didn't want to share that I was in therapy because I didn't want people thinking that I had a mental issue. But what I'm learning about mental health is that everyone needs some sort of help in that aspect. Honestly. And honestly, having a therapist has been a part of my life team. And I think it's important, especially if you've had some childhood trauma, which I have. I won't go into it, but I've had some things happen that will make your jaw drop. Really would. My parents weren't the greatest. They were teenagers, and there were lots of bad things that happened. They were never married, but it was pretty rough. So I'm glad that I've brought in a therapist in my life. It's been so helpful. Pay attention to your spirit. Whenever you get too caught up with the demands of your work, we risk becoming dulled and insensitive to both our needs and the needs of those that we love. Ease up on your schedule. Have quiet evenings at home when you can curl up in bed and read magazines. I think that's so true, and I love it. So I'm not going to keep going all into details because this would be a long video. And one thing I did want to share is that at the end of each section, Alexandra, hope I'm saying that right, gives a list. She gives like a checklist on how to live beautifully. So I can read through some of those. I will read this first. I do love it. Be brave and bold. Take risks. Trust yourself. Dwell on your successes and what you know makes you happy. Dare to become uncomfortable as you stretch yourself for more vital, dynamic feeling inside. Develop a love for your whole life. Develop a love for your whole life. Let's say that together. Develop a love for your whole life. What you do, whom you love, and where you live. You will have great moments of discovery, contentment, and grace once you allow yourself a minimum of 11 hours a week to nourish your friendship with yourself. Mark your calendar now to take yourself to lunch this week. Indulge yourself in a favorite dish and savor your own company. So I'll say that again. You will have great moments of discovery, contentment, and grace once you allow yourself a minimum of 11 hours a week to nourish your friendship with yourself. So Maybe someone needs to hear that. Nourish your friendship with yourself. So let's get on to some of the items in the list. One of them, she says, think up, savor some personal accomplishments, go out to dinner with a friend and celebrate. That's another thing I've been working on is friendships. My friends and I just went and had Christmas tea at the Irwin Mansion. That is on my blog post. We had a wonderful time. Begin a dream file. Clip articles about exotic places, restaurants, beauty tips, and fashion and decorating ideas, and look through it when you need a lift. So upstairs in my office, I have a vision board where I have a chateau that I would love to own. Another house that speaks more to my style. I have clippings of living rooms, dining rooms, also my Pinterest board. I completely regutted it and just have things that that really speak to me. I have a car that I really want, a vintage car I would love to own. I have Singapore on there, England, Italy, all the places that I would love to visit someday. So I have that going on now, which is great. Before going to sleep, lie in bed and pick out one thing you did well that day and congratulate yourself. You can build on that tomorrow. Write a list of what's right and wrong in your life. This is a great way to sort out your feelings. Guard your private time and your most treasured asset. Take a course at a botanical garden, an art appreciation course at a museum, or a cooking course. I've done the cooking course. So it was actually fun. So the list goes on and on. Last night, as I was starting to review, this section, I'm on part 2, which is living together. And I think this is about couples and partners, which, oh gosh, I really need some guidance in that. Because when your kids move out and you're in this different pocket of life, you start to pay attention to things. So I think it's really good to refresh some things. So I will read this section and then we will end the video for today. So living together with someone requires understanding their attitudes, understanding their attitudes, expectations, and habits. Whether we are married couples, partners, or roommates, living together well is an art that requires paying attention to great many details at one time and being able to do it all again the next day. Oh. I agree with that. We are challenged to be consistently at our best because when we aren't, we don't live well with others. So I am taking this tidbit on living well together and paying attention to things and trying to understand expectations, because as years go by, you do change. And my husband and I have been together 21 years and we are changing. Our expectations are changing, needs, mindsets, emotions. So yeah, I think this is a great tip. So, all right, my friends, let me know in the comments below if you would like me to come back and talk about living beautifully together, which is chapter 2. And because I think I should, but you let me know if you want to hear more from the book. So I appreciate you all following me all these years, being a part of the Home for Elegance community. I cannot believe that it's been 11 years, going on 12, that I've been blogging. It's incredible. So thanks all. Thank you all for your support, and I hope I can get some sleep tonight. Oh my gosh, really tired. And I'll link blog posts below. I'm also trying to work on curating my shop my favorites page. I'm trying to make sure it's stuff that I'm using and actually things that I love from websites, especially Amazon. I think Amazon can have the cheapest things, but Amazon can also provide small things that are elegant, I believe. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.